Hi guys, so we had quite a big update, so we'd like to show you around some of the new features that we've released recently. So we're going to start with the Asset Hub. So in the Asset Hub, we've had some general speed and performance increases. So these home pages and the different tables should load much faster. When you click on the boxes at the top here, you'll see they all have our most recent table feature, the data grid integrated into all of the stats that you'll be seeing, and it should load much quicker. And now you have the download Excel feature on all of these boxes as well. Then quite a big update that we have done is giving you the ability in the settings feature to change who can access different assets. So for example, if I go into health and safety as a group, I can pick that only certain groups have access, or certain portals have access to all assets with the health and safety group attached to it. So you can combine group access with location-based access, and even with profile access to create quite a comprehensive system so that people only see the assets that they need to see. We've also got the ability now to go to task templates and create what we call management task templates. So for example, if you have common tasks like asset calibration or maintenance tasks every 12 to 6 months, these can be created as asset task templates. And then in your assets, you'll have the ability to just quickly add them rather than recreating them every time on the profiles. Another feature that we have added is that in an asset profile, you can now open a profile, click to edit the profile, and you can also change the fields, add additional management tasks. For example, if I add this task here, then once you click save, it will ask you if you would like to apply the changes to all of the assets under this profile. So previously, if you were to update an asset, or you wanted to update the asset profile, you would have to manually update all of the assets attached to it. But now this is all done automatically for you. Okay, so now a few more updates on the Audit Hub. So I'm just going to jump straight into one of our audits. And you'll see we now have the ability to change the view type within an audit. So if I click the little table button in the top right hand corner, it will convert the audit into this table style audit. So by clicking on the boxes, you can add in objective evidence or any other type of information and upload files. Once you click done, these cells will wrap around that to give you a much clearer and wider view of all of the information in your audit. We also have added the ability to score your statuses within the Audit Hub. So by going to Audit Settings in the bottom left and go into Standard Options, if I went to my Health and Safety options, I can now enable scoring against each of these fields. So by turning this on, I can pick one of my scores and say that this is a score 10. So you can create customized scoring that will create an overall score, and on your audits you can create a pass-fail mark for your scores of your audits as well. And finally, we've added another feature to try and make it easier when building non-conformances. If you click the non-conformance button and you select your non-conformance form, you now have the option to map data across. So by clicking this, I can now select which fields within my form I would like my non-conformance title, my description, the due date of the non-conformance, and the owner to show into the non-conformance form. So that if you print the form out or you want to see it in a PDF, it will have all the information from the audit built into the form as well. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you another update in the Process Hub, particularly because this is going to help lots of people when they're updating or changing their processes. So if we go to up issue a process, now once you're in one of these process steps and you have a field, you now have the ability to move this field into a different step. So what this means is if you have lots of different fields in different steps within your process, and you'd like to move them because you found a more efficient way of building your processes, or through requests from your users, they would like fields moved into different sections, and this goes for forms as well, you now have the move feature that I just showed you. So if I click on the induction process step, you can see we now have our field here. And by using this move field, rather than using the delete and then recreating the field in another step, it means that all of your KPIs and all of the data will map across instantly, and it won't cause any problems on your entries tables or KPIs. So it's a really good feature to be aware of. And we've also had quite a big update to how registers work to try and improve their speed and efficiency, but more user-friendly for everyone to use. So if I show you an example, if I open up an existing register. So now we have 2 new buttons that hover at the bottom. So add row to top or add row to the bottom. So that makes it easier depending on how large or small your registers are to work with them. And then we have some extra options. So now when you click the multi-select button, you have a toolbar that pops open with new options. So now we can duplicate these rows and they will be added below or above, or to the top or the bottom of the table. You can also now bulk edit your rows in your register. So for example, if I click these 4 rows and I click to bulk edit, it opens a form style editor. So I might change all of the statuses of these cells to high risk. So once I do that, it won't affect any of the other data, but it will automatically change the value of the field that I changed in all of my rows. As you can see, it's just done. So this makes it much easier when handling training processes or supplier management when you want to mass update lots of data in one go. Also in registers, we now have the ability to click more, and you can now create your register as a template, which means that it will copy all of the data out, and that data can then be used to create other registers with the same automations and with the same structure for other purposes. And finally, the new QDoc, which I'm very excited to show everyone. So by going to the doc library and clicking plus and document, it will now open our new QDoc builder. So this builder is designed to be much more user-friendly and a lot more powerful and useful when it comes to building policies, procedures, and all types of compliance documentation. So the way the new QDoc works is it's built using sections. So for example, your first section may be scope, and you can fill some text in. Now when you hover over the plus button below, it gives you the option to quickly add another text box, to add a table below, to add an image box, a drawing, or more sections. But if you'd like to see all of the options, you can just click the blue button. This opens all of the new section options. So we previously had text, table, image, and drawing. However, we have now added headings, page breaks, change history, review history, and a sign-off section. The last 3 will be populated with the data from your up issue process. And as the document changes, it will automatically add the data to the live documents. The page break is also a useful feature for when you are updating a QDoc, but you would like to specifically break the page so that on a PDF output, it changes to a new page. The heading feature also just gives you another option to have a heading with its own numbering system all by itself. So for example, if I add a heading here and I call this section 2, you can see that it has now added the number 2 and it's just allowed me to create a simple section. So with the new QDoc builder, every single section can be moved up or down to change the position of it on the page, and sections can also be indented up to 5 times, which again will automatically number this for you. And by clicking the bottom left button to show the table of content, you can jump to the different sections on the page. We also have some extra options in Doc Library. For example, when you go to the Doc Library and you click the Settings button as an admin, you can now edit a watermark setting for your QDocs. By clicking the Set Watermark feature, you can type in the text you would like to show on your QDocs when they are converted into a PDF. For example, uncontrolled when printed. Click Save, and now this will show on your QDocs when you PDF them. So that's just a quick update of some of the improvements that we have made across the application over the last couple of weeks. We've got lots more updates coming, and the details can be seen in the update email. See you all soon.